This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. I am Umaru, Sanda, Amadu. Tonight on Point Blank, my guest is a member of parliament representing the people of Nkoranza South. When John Mahama decided to appoint only 50 ministers, my guest was lucky to be one of them. He was given a new ministry, which is not a regular ministry as we've known it in the past. So he's Minister of State in charge of special initiatives. The Honorable Emmanuel Agyekum is my guest. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you.
Everything under control?
Everything is going on very well, thank you.
Thank God, thank God. For my guests who may not, my listeners who may not know you, who are you?
Right, my name is Emmanuel Agyekum. I serve the people of Nkoranza. I'm the Member of Parliament for Nkoranza. I've served them as the Mayor for Nkoranza as well. That is from 2009 to 2012.
Oh, okay.
And I've been their servant for the past years.
So you did DCE?
Yes.
Then when did you become MP?
I became an MP 2013, January 7th. Then I became the Member of Parliament. But in 2016, after the election, I lost my seat and I went back home. Then came back in 2020 after the election again.
Oh, so you went for 4 years?
That's right.
And came back?
That's right.
And you retained this. So you've done, this is your third term? Even
this is my third term, yes.
Oh, okay. In the previous Mahama administration, did you occupy any position?
Sure. I was the Deputy Minister for Local Government from 2013 to 2017.
I remember that.
January.
I remember that. Right. You served under...
I served under Oponfosu. Yeah, Neil Lante was my colleague. We were the two deputy ministers. I served with
Vincent Oponfosu, right?
No, yes, Oponfosu was my first minister, then followed by Alhaji Collins Dada, Julius, then Alhaji Collins Dada. So Honorable Julius Deborah was my second minister.
So you're a local government guy?
Yes, I've been a local government. I'm a practitioner. I call myself a practitioner because I served as the last DC in Nkoranza and the first MCE for Nkoranza South.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. What is your profession?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I'm an entrepreneur. I did international business with Spanish, and therefore I'm an entrepreneur. I did my master's in international entrepreneurship in Germany, so I'm an entrepreneur. Now,
we saw a lot of... Before I talk to them about the ministry, how is your constituency doing? So you are third termer. What are some of the major things you did for the people of Nkoranza since you? And is this Bono or Ahafo or no?
Now Bono East. Normally, what I tell people is since creation, I have actually helped develop Nkoranza more than anybody since creation. I have helped develop that particular constituency more than anybody since creation.
What are some of the things you did?
I have built schools in almost every single community in Nkoranza.
Which schools, basic or secondary?
Basic schools. I have also built secondary schools in Nkoranza.
Which are some of the schools you built in which towns? So that if we go and verify.
Nkoranza Senior High, I built most of the infrastructures there. Nkoranza Technical, most of the infrastructures are built by me. Nkoranza Technical, apart from that, Kwabre Senior High, I built all the infrastructure there. I started on Nkoranza Senior High. In fact, to the extent that some of the constituencies that I don't want to mention that are close to me, I have. And also in every single village from Ayirede, Donkronkwanta, Suyan, everywhere in my constituency, I've built a school.
Where do you get all the money to do that?
I'm somebody, like I said to you, I'm an entrepreneur, and therefore I know how to lobby people. I know how to go around getting projects for my people, and that is how I've been able to do it. And it's a fact on record. Anybody who called, they will not dispute it. I have built a school in every single community in my constituency.
Do you plan to run for president one day?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. God will tell us what I need to do. But for my constituency, everybody will tell you. So I hardly even go for primaries in my constituency. I always go unopposed.
They don't challenge you?
Nobody challenge me.
You don't buy your competitors?
Not at all. Yeah. Nobody comes.
They just know that way they mean to.
You have to go. I lost in 2016, but they called me to come back, and they gave me massive votes with a stand of, I think, about 8,000 votes, 7,400, 8,000 votes.
Congratulations. I've never been to Nkoranza, so when I go, I'll go and ask them if it is.
You will love it. You will love it.
Your name, but I'll go and find
no, you love it. They've named over 100 children after me.
What?
Yes.
Then there might be like so
my
many.
name is Emmanuel Agyekum, and it's a fact on the ground.
And so many children are called that?
Yes. Somebody gave 4 of his children they named them after me. 4
Wow.
at the time, quadruplets. They were born 4. They were all named after me.
So how do they differentiate the 4 children?
They are all Agyekum. So the first one is
Agyekum
Agyekum, all of them, 4 of them.
Interesting. I see. Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about your ministry now. President Mahama decided to limit himself to 50 ministries.
That's right.
He collapsed some ministries. He fused some. The ministry that you are occupying, it was first created by Kwadwo in 2017.
That's right.
In 2020, after he saw his smoothness level at the polls, I think he collapsed that ministry, the Zongo ministry and all of that, and made them secretariats. Now, this ministry has resurfaced in the Mahama government. Is it the same as what Kwadwo left behind?
Not at all. In fact, actually, all the programs that were being run by the previous administration under the special initiative ministry were all scrapped.
How Akumsin's ministry?
All the ambulances, the whatever, the Northern Development, all of these were scrapped. They were actually taken to different ministry. So we are running a different program altogether.
So what is this, your ministry? So is it a ministry, or do you have a physical ministry, like a minister for works and housing, or you are a minister of state at the presidency?
I'm a minister of state at the presidency.
In charge of special
initiative.
Okay, so you don't have a ministry.
As per se, so I don't have chief director, but I have technical directors around me that I work with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So explain to me what you are supposed to do.
What I'm supposed to do is His Excellency may have a vision that he wants to execute. And we'll say that, look, this particular vision, I want you to execute it, and I want it to be done at a certain time with this particular period, at this speed, and therefore I want the results at this particular time.
If he had so many ministers, I would have said this is simply duplicity. But because he doesn't, I'm wondering why he needs to create a ministry for special development when, if he has to do with building classrooms, education ministry is there. If he has to do with roads, houses, works and housing is there. So what is it that no ministry can handle that you have to be given the role to go and do?
Not necessarily no ministry can handle, but like I normally tell people, we do it beyond the normal routine that people would take probably about a year or whatever to execute a particular project. The president will say, look, I want you to achieve this at this time, and I want it to be done at this pace. And therefore, that is how we go ahead.
Are there practical examples that you can share with me? So, say, for instance, that the president wanted to do A, B, C, D, and
for example, as we sit at the moment, His Excellency has tasked us to do what we call the labor exports program. Probably, I use the progressive work that is labor exchange program. That what we're doing is to try as much as we can. There are a lot of aging communities, aging population in the Western world, and everywhere in the world, there's a high demand for labor. And therefore, I've been tasked to make sure at least we train and get people jobs anywhere in the world that there is an opportunity.
What's the blueprint? Talk to me about this, your exports plan.
Right. The blueprint is for us to at least export as many skilled and non-skilled labor to anywhere in the world that there is a demand. Then definitely we'll know that they will get a skill in going out to work and also get money back into our country.
Yeah, but the practicality is what I want to know. So what are you doing?
We're doing, for example, we're exporting labor to the Caribbean at the moment. We're doing to Bahamas, where we've deployed nurses to Caribbean. We've also deployed nurses to Antigua. We are deploying nurses to Barbados. We're doing it to a lot of countries. We have also, at the moment, deployed people to Jersey Island, the Channel Islands, Jersey, Guernsey, and Isle of Man. Not nurses in that field, but rather people in the building industry. That's I'm talking about carpenters, electricians, and all these people that we're exporting. It's not necessarily a skilled labor. There are people that Netherlands, for example, is asking for people who can work in the farmlands. In UK, we're negotiating to do similar thing in England as well.
Do you have a number that you deal with every year, every quarter?
No, depending on the demand. For example, we have a particular demand that we have recruited, I think 600 and about 90-something people for a particular country. Antigua now we've recruited 127 or 28 nurses that we have to do a charter to send them to Antigua.
A charter flight?
Yes, we're doing a charter because we don't want the hassle of going through England and all those places to go and struggle for visa and those things. So we just do a charter and send them straight to Antigua. We have the same thing that is going on that we send in. In fact, the last time I met the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, he said to me they have a demand of about 2,000 health workers that they need to fill in Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, now they have put in a request of about 290 to start with that we have to send them to Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, so so you do nurses. Which other professions have
I
you?
do nurses, I do carpenters, I do bricklayers, I do electricians, I do plumbers, I do non-skilled labor, I do teachers, I do any skill that, in fact, I do IT professionals as well. And I do economists to other countries that are in demand of economists. I'm also doing planners, fiscal planners as well for some countries who are demanding for.
How do you do this? If I am someone in your village, I need a job, I'm a teacher, how do I benefit from this? It's called what? Export? What's it called?
Yeah, labor export
program. Export program. How do I benefit? How do I apply? How do I get in?
Right, we advertise, you apply, you come for the initial interview, we'll do the initial screening, then we either do interview on Zoom or physical interviews of people, the actual country that is asking for this labor will physically come with their expert and come and also interview the people to make sure that they are getting the right people. I've
not heard of this. How come?
It's happening.
Where is it happening?
It's happening at the Office of President and Next.
So that is the one near Parliament House?
That's right.
So that's where you operate from?
That's right. For example, the country is asking for about 1,000 truck drivers.
Mm-hmm. Truck drivers?
1,000 truck drivers.
Which country is this?
This is
Canada?
No. Yeah. Canada is asking for nurses. In fact, I had a program today with the British Parliament, with the World Bank, with the Germans, with the health network of the health network, whatever, and they are also in. But that I'll explain why we had this World Bank meeting this one. But your question is which country? That is an Eastern European country. Lithuania is asking for this number.
They want 1,000 truck drivers.
Yes, please.
So your duty then is to go look for these 1,000 trucks.
That's right.
And okay, so how do you do? Do you have a portal where people can apply while they wait, or you have a way that you do the application?
We normally advertise for people to put in their CVs, and once you put in your CV, for example, if you say you're a plumber, we have to take you to the field for you to do some work for us to see. If you have videos to, for example, Jay-Z, the Chamber of Commerce in Jay-Z, the president of the Chamber of Commerce was here in Ghana physically, and where the interview was conducted, their team in Jay-Z and the president of the Chamber of Commerce in Ghana, that is the president of the Chamber of Commerce in Jay-Z who was in Ghana, they conducted the interview and selected the people.
The reason I'm asking this is that when the Ministry for, not Ministry, the YEA, Youth Employment Agency,
yes.
I think they had something called Job Fair. They have this portal where people can apply.
That's
There
right.
was even this period where I heard that I don't know if it's the previous administration, where they say if you want a job as a barber or any of those things, you can apply. There's a portal, you fill your details, and when there's a need, you are put there. Is that how you do yours, or you do it in the dailies? Is it a recurring thing? Is it a continuous thing?
Yes, it's a as and when there's a demand.
Mm-hmm.
As and when there's a demand, then we'll advertise for people to bring in their CVs.
So that's all you do?
That's what we do. That's on this particular program.
Okay. Now, are people aware of this thing?
Yes, a lot of people are aware. It will amaze you that people come all the way from Boku, from Wa, from all over the place to come for interviews.
Now, where do you do your recruitments? Because we saw what happened with the armed forces recently. We've seen the police are opening their portals. People are struggling to apply. Where do you do yours? So that where do people show up physically to do the screening process?
Right. What we do is, if you are selected,
mm-hmm.
we give you an invitation to come at a particular time. When you come at a particular time, they give you all the briefing and everything. You wait till your time comes up, then you go for the interview. So it's not like masses that everybody comes to rush or whatsoever. It's properly arranged. You come, you have a seat, you have a water to drink and everything. Then we get you into the interview room for you to go and do it.
How many people have you exported so far?
So far we have done 120 28 to Antigua. We have put together, I think, 670. We have done Trinidad, I think, 290 something so far.
So about 1,000 people.
Yes, and there's a huge demand. In fact, Genzi, Kenya has, you see, it's a huge thing that people are doing all over the world, especially in Africa, that people don't know. Egypt is making more money than foreign direct investment to Egypt. Egypt is making more money than actually the Suez Canal, which used to be a huge way of getting money into Egypt. Egypt makes, I think, about $31 billion out of this. Kenya, who is our neighbor and our friend here, Kenya just recently announced $5.8 billion out of this.
How much have we made so far, and how much do we expect?
I've not put the figures together, but if you look at the Bank of Ghana remittances that are coming in, I think remittances were about 5-something billion or so. That is when it is not structured. So when it is structured, I expect a lot of money coming into this country.
If you help me go to be a teacher or nurse abroad in Antigua or any of those places,
how much?
When I'm paid by the people there,
yeah,
do you take a cut as government of
Not
Ghana?
at all. Not at all.
So how does the government of Ghana benefit?
We
Because
benefit.
you charter a plane for them.
Yes.
There should be some returns.
I'm not the one chartering the
I
plane
mean,
for
when
them.
I say you, I mean Ghana government.
Ghana government is not paying a dime.
Who does the chartering?
The person who is recruiting them.
So if Barbados came and said they wanted nurses, after they've done the screening, then they will decide that these 500 nurses will bring our own plane and come and carry them.
They pay for their plane ticket. They give them accommodation. They give them very good salary. Our boys going to Jay-Z are making about 3,200 pounds sterling. Some of our nurses are getting $2,200. Some are getting $1,700. And
monthly or annually?
Yes, monthly. This is minus overtime that you'll be doing.
This is something that I saying. I mean, forgive me, but I haven't heard or seen much about it.
Right.
So I'm trying to
understand it.
Yes, how
it
really,
works.
yes. Now, do you work with the YEA and the other agencies that are in charge of helping, the Ministry of Labor, for instance?
Where there's a collaborative effort now. His Excellency actually has set up a 7-member team that is putting a comprehensive policy in place for us to do this, as our brothers in Kenya are doing, as Philippines is going, as India, who made $130-something billion out of labor export, what they are doing now.
If someone is listening to you and they need a job, is there a number they can call, a website they can visit?
Yes, that's when we get a demand, we'll advertise it.
But there should be an open one where there's a backlog of teachers, so that when someone needs teachers, you know that this is where you go to, and someone needs doctors.
For example, recently we had a demand to take teachers to Bahamas. We advertised, not general teachers. The demand was science teachers. They also requested for math teachers. They requested for, I think, physics teachers. And we made an advert and recruited this number for them. So depending on the demand that comes in, then we work on that.
A journalist has sent me a message. He says, why can't we have officials at the employment ministry to do all of this? Is it a case of jobs for the boys?
No.
Are you recruiting NDC people?
Not at all. We don't do, job for the boys. We advertise for. I remember there was a case that we were recruiting, and a lot of nurses from a particular hospital that I will not mention to you, just rushing to come and get, and most of them were actually recruited. So it's not about job for the boys. It's not about for NDC. It's about Ghana. And everybody in Ghana who has got interest to do something in this field is more than welcome to be recruited.
And Ministry of Labor cannot do this?
Oh, Ministry of Labor, I said to you that we're doing a collaborative effort.
Yes, so I'm saying that. So why do we need a minister in charge of that when Rashid Papu and his ministry
It's
are
not
there?
a minister in charge of that. I mentioned to you that
So
if
this,
there's
so this is just a special assignment. But I'm saying that why can't Rashid Papu and his people do it?
The Rashid Papu and his people can do it, but this is what has been assigned to us for us to do it. And we're working now. There has been actually about 7 ministers that the president has put together for us to put a comprehensive thing in place for this.
Just an aside, Emmanuel Dubik says good evening to you.
I appreciate it, Dubik.
Now let's go back.
Right.
So aside from this brain drain that you are doing.
Yeah, I don't call it a brain drain.
What are you doing?
The argument that I make to everyone is it is not a brain drain. It is actually a brain gain. The reason being is we're sending out all these young people anywhere in the world, trying to at least get some number of skill or a particular skill, and they will definitely bring it back to our country. For example, if you look at our people who are working on the bricklaying and the housing industry, there are skills that they come out. You can see that they are coming out with a particular skill. People with welding industry, in the welding industry, as for example, we send people from Nkoranza to Dubai to go and do a particular make and thick welding. And if you look at the standard of welding they are doing now, it's amazing. You would not believe it. And these young people have come back to their country with such a skill. So I don't call it a brain drain. I call it a brain gain.
Because you said Nkoranza, I'm just going to ask, do you have more people from Bronx and Ahafo applying for this, exports, this travel abroad thing than any other region?
Not necessarily, but we have a lot of them who have got, or
so
who have shown interest.
You know why. We like Akwentu. Okay, right. What are you doing aside this skills export as a Ministry for Special Development? What other special development has the president asked you to engage? Did he ask you to go and dig dams in the villages in the north?
Not at all.
Has he asked you to bring us fire service equipment like the previous government brought us ambulances?
Not at all. I'm not doing that. At some point in time, the president sent me to a particular assignment, and I do it on the quiet side. I'm not the one that...
but is there any one that you can tell us publicly aside this export thing that you're doing?
Oh, yes. Initially, we were collaborating with the Minister of Agri to do this Nkoko program, for example, which was a vision and initiative by His Excellency the President. And I know definitely there are a lot of things coming up there.
So you'll be working on the Nkoko
with collaborating with the Minister of
But who will be the focal point? Who will be the lead?
The lead person will be the Minister for Agri.
So you will be a planky?
I will not be a planky.
Then explain what
because what I'll be doing, for example, we have a particular numbers that we have been assigned to, that I have a gentleman called Kelvin looking after that, trying to make sure particular people have been assessed and a number of feed and all those things have been given to them to work on.
What else are you working on as a minister?
I'm looking at another project that is something that His Excellency is trying to do.
Okay.
I don't know if I have to tell you, but we're looking at trying to make sure you put an industry that will take care of a particular jewelry in this country, trying to improve on our gold system.
Not a gold board jewelry?
Not at all. Not at all. Something different.
Galamsey?
We don't believe in Galamsey. We are trying to sanitize the system in Ghana, but we want to actually add value to what's happening in this country.
When the Ministry for Special Development was set up in the first term of Akufo-Addo, one of the criticisms was that they were doing things that ministries would already do. So the issue of duplicity or duplication has come up. How do you ensure that what you are doing will not cross paths with the ministry, for instance, that you were once at, the Ministry of Local Government? If Ministry of Local Government is doing toilets in Ashaiman, you also go and do toilets. What's the point?
We don't do that. Like I said to you...
No, because you are doing labor.
Yes, I'm doing labor.
Meanwhile, there's a Ministry for Labor. The next thing you would start... start recruiting teachers to go and teach in schools. The next thing you start...
Yes,
that's Ministry of Education. We're doing it. Next thing you are building drains and doing KVIPs.
What you have to know is Ministry of Education is not doing labor recruitment. Ministry of Education is not recruiting teachers to go and work anywhere in the world that there's a shortage. Ministry of Education is assigned as a policy ministry trying to work on education in Ghana.
Yes, so my point is that how do you deal with the issues of duplicity?
There's actually a defined role when an assignment is given to me. There's a defined role.
There's no clash?
Not at all. If there's anything...
Because on Akukon Kitinkiti, for instance, Eric Opoku would be happy. That's your neighbor, right?
Yes, he's my neighbor. He's my brother. He's my senior.
Which constituency is what?
That's Asunafo.
Okay, we are not from the same region.
Not at all. Okay, we used to be
in the same region.
The same region.
He definitely would want to see that thing come into fruition. And then there's another minister looking in the ports.
Yeah, he
has to take credit for it, especially when we're hearing that he has presidential ambitions.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm not saying you said it. This was me.
Yes,
I take responsibility.
But I don't know about that.
No, I'm taking responsibility.
Okay, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that His Excellency, we serve His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and any credit that we take it to His Excellency the President.
In the next 4 years, when we are taking stock of the Mahama government, what would be the contribution of Honorable Agyekum to the Mahama government's success?
I think definitely we will be able to do programs that will bring a very progressive way in this country, and I think the country is expecting a lot from us, and I believe strongly that I'll contribute my quota, which is going to help this country.
I mean, your ministry. So what are some of the key things you would want us to say?
Some of the key things, what I'm doing at the moment, normally I tell people that if you look at figures of what is coming into the country, foreign direct investment, cocoa revenues, gold revenues, vis-a-vis, people should compare the figures. IMF inflows coming in, then you take the figures holistically and look at, if you aggregate it, you come out with a figure to say that yes, this is what labor export has been able to bring to the country. Like I mentioned to you, Kenya has just announced $5 billion.
Okay.
So if I'm able to announce $5 to $10 billion coming into this country, I think it will be a good achievement for this country.
People keep asking me, and they are sending messages asking me to let you tell them how they can register for any of the job opportunities that you're talking about.
Right, they should look
currently which one is running and where can they
currently we're doing nurses. We're also doing people to go to JZ, which is also in the building industry, electricians, plumbers, bricklayers, steel fixers, and those things. These are a few things.
Where can they apply?
They can apply with the Minister of Special Initiatives,
so they should come
Office
to
of President-elect. Yes.
You'll be shocked. People who come there tomorrow.
No, we will advertise it.
So you have not advertised it?
Not yet.
Because this communication is I'm also advertising.
Yes. Once we advertise it, they will know, and we'll pick them
So
up.
for now, they shouldn't come?
Now they shouldn't come back. They should look at, we are doing interviews.
Create a website.
We have a website. Special Initiative, we have a website. And they should also look at...
Give us a phone number. Let people call and say, me here, Juma.
I'll give you a phone number before I leave your studio.
But you give it to me on air.
No, I'll give you to you on air.
Please give me on air because we are signing up.
I'll give you a particular number.
Can you provide a number, please?
They can call to make inquiries on that, and
we
will have, even this week. This week we're doing another one for a particular country that has asked for, I think, about 120 health workers. And when we say health, we're not only looking at nurses. I think, is it radio, whatever. We're looking at radiographers. We're looking at different areas, and teachers. We're looking at, even a particular university is asking me for professors.
Outside Ghana?
Yes.
Okay.
Professors.
We have to go. What number can people call if they need jobs?
They can call on this particular number, 020 752 5651. 020 752 5651.
Honorable Emmanuel Agyekum, Minister of State in charge of Special Development Special Initiatives and Member of Parliament for Nkoranza South. Thank you for joining us on Point Blank. People who want jobs, please. His office is, when you are going to Parliament, just before the Special Prosecutor's Office, around that area. That's where his office is called Office of President's Annex. Please go there. He said he has jobs. Come, go and take jobs.
Thave very much.
I've just invited the youth of Ghana to come to your
house. Definitely. The fact of the matter is, for example, I have currently, I have cabby drivers that people who drives can do.
Taxi.
Yes.
Taxi.
And the truck drivers, the issue we have at the moment is to do with the line system that we need to upgrade for it to be accepted in certain countries. If not, we have a lot of...
You say you need 1,000 truck drivers.
I tell you.
Please, so what you articulate our Ghana, Minister say, Ejuma wo and say, Bejibi, or senior office war, free GIJ side, GFA side, now we call parliamentar. On the left.
Yeah, close to the Minister of Communication.
Close to the Minister of Communication.
That's right.
Don't go to Sam George's office. He's not the one advertising. Just go to Honorable Emmanuel Agyekum.
Thank you very much.
Honorable, thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate it.
Wish you all the best.
God bless you.
I'm Umaru, Sanda, Amadu. This has been Eyewitness News.